So last time we spoke, we looked at the lag of data and the real pricing that was happening on the ground as opposed to what was being reported. Right now, it's actually the opposite, where we're seeing some big numbers come through, but on the ground, the market conditions are very dissimilar. If you look at the start of the year, January, February, there was around 1,900 properties on the market in the whole of Perth, and average amount selling per week was around 900. So very condensed, short supply, and everything was flying off the shelf. As we are right now, we're looking at around 5,300 properties on the market, and between 600 and 700 properties are selling per week. This is drastically different to the conditions that you're seeing at the start of the year. Hence, what's happening at the ground as far as home open numbers, inquiries and attendees are very, very different, and we're starting to see that soften with pricing. Some of those pricings which we've seen different, if you look at some of the apartments through the area, sort of your 2x1s or even 3x2 apartments, high 5s, early 6s for your 2x1s. We've just seen a fantastic 3x2 go over 700 for an apartment. In your duplex half space, so that is basically connected homes on smaller lots, typically between 300 to 500 square meters. Those 3x1s have ranged from high 5s for original condition. If they're really well presented, they have gone well in the 6s, and we've actually just sold one for 680,000. When it comes to your villas, properties that's sitting on around the 260 to 300 square meters, they are still going in the mid 7s if they're well presented. The ones that are, I guess, built probably from 2016 onwards, maybe under the R40 zoning where they're around 200 to 220 square meters, they are now in the earlier 7s. If they're immaculate, they are actually pushing into the mid 7s still though. Some of our smaller 3x1 villas, they are going in the early 6s, and for good spacious ones, maybe in a great spot, they are surpassing mid 600s. When it comes to your 3x1s, which are on typically your 680 square meter block, if they're original condition, not touched since they were built maybe late 70s, early 80s, they're going early to mid 7s. If they are updated or freshened up with no development potential, mid 7s to high 7s. And if they do have development potential and they're well presented, we're still seeing results in the 800s. When it comes to 4x2s, obviously great family homes, if they're in the original pocket of the area where they're on the 680 to 750 square meter lots, these really range from early 8s, if the original condition, not maintained. If they've been renovated or updated or have some X factor like power workshops or pools, we are seeing those still go in the high 8s, even cracking into the 9s. We've just sold a fantastic property that's gone in the 900s on a full lock with a workshop. And then you've got your newer pockets of the area. So either Southern River End or on the other side of Fremantle Road or Homestead Road, these are going for great prices because they are new product, fantastic finishes, well presented, and they can range anywhere from early 9s, if they haven't been touched for a few years or not maintained. If they are updated, stone tops, high ceilings, good lighting, great garden, pool areas, these can even surpass $1 million. So as you can see, in an area like Gosnells, there's such a big spread. When it comes to your property, if you want to get the right information, it's so important to reach out. We'd love to give you the right intel. If you're getting told a number at the moment that seems very high, simply ask the agent, hey, give me 5 or 6 properties you've sold in the last 4 to 6 weeks, not 4 to 6 months, 4 to 6 weeks of that nature and what they've gone for, because this is the real number, not the inflated number. And you don't want to go to market and be stale in 3 or 4 weeks, because buyers do notice, and it moves and shifts the power to the buyer when it comes to negotiating. So that's my snapshot, lots of information there. We'd love to help you in any way we can. Look forward to seeing you in the market.